Penelope? Mab asks.
Yes, my lady.
Penelope's voice is crystal clear. Everything about her screams vintage pinup model, even the way she's holding her robe closed with one hand. It's like she practiced how to be perfectly disarrayed.
Not 5 minutes ago, I was making coffee when I noticed the tent lights on. I thought someone was practicing.
And she was like this.
Yes, exactly so.
Mab stares at the body, the corners of her mouth barely tilting into a frown. She's not staring at Sabina like she's sad over the death of one of her troupe. No, Mab's expression is purely calculating, like she's facing a particularly frustrating Sudoku puzzle, one that might, at any moment, piss her off. I assume no one knows who did this? She asks. No one speaks. No one even breathes. I mentally prepare myself, waiting for her to fly into a rage. Not that I've ever seen Mab in a rage, but it doesn't take a genius to know there's a storm brewing under that well-maintained facade. I can only imagine that hell hath no fury refers to her. But instead of ripping us a new one, she strokes the corpse's short brown hair. Things are clicking behind Mab's green eyes, things that subdue everybody, even her. A crowded tent has never been this quiet. Well, then, my loves, she finally whispers, almost to herself, it appears we have a murderer in our midst. She lifts her hand. Like ash scattering to the wind, Sabina's body dissolves, collapsing in on itself in a hush of glitter and smoke. There is still a great deal of congestion near the gray and blue main tent, but it's pretty quiet at the pie cart, next to the forgotten bacon and boxes of cereal. Kingston stands by the serving table, grabbing a coffee before the rest of the troupe shakes itself from their post-murder stupor. He looks like a rock star at the peak of his glory days, all pale and angular and assured. His black hair is sticking up in the back from sleeping on it funny, and there's a line of stubble on his jaw. His white t-shirt hangs loose over lithe muscles. Through it, I can see his lats. They curve under the fabric like wings, highlighted by the faintest shadow of a large serpentine tattoo. I shouldn't be staring. Melody would kill me if she knew. Damn circus performers and their perfect bodies. Damn them to hell. I guess this doesn't happen very often, I say, trying to focus on the fact that someone has just been killed, and not on the way Kingston's triceps cord when he starts pouring coffee into a second cup. Never, he says, still facing away. Do you think Mab will cancel tonight's shows? Kingston chuckles humorlessly. He turns around and stares at me over his mug, one eyebrow tilting up like I'm a complete idiot. His eyes are dark brown, almost black, the same color as the coffee steaming in his hands. I look away. Don't count on it, Vivienne, he says. Mab doesn't cancel a show for anything, ever. Even if someone here is a killer? Especially if. He looks toward the tent and sighs. He's only a couple years older than me. Mel told me in secret that he was 24, but sometimes, when he gets all quiet like this, he seems much older. The show must go on. If this was one of those perfect movies, this would be the moment for him to shake himself from his reverie and come over, say something comforting to the new girl, or at least give her a hug. But, like I said, Kingston doesn't act like that with me. If he has that soft side, he hasn't really shown it. He's funny, yeah. Dependable, definitely. But comforting? I'd have better luck trying to warm up to Mab. I stuff my hands into my pockets and look back to the chapiteau in time to see a huddle of men carrying out the contortion pedestal. Sparkly purple dust wafts off it as they move it to the backstage tent. The sight brings Sabina's dripping body back to mind. For the second